Indeed, greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you so much for joining me again on another video. I always appreciate your presence. If you enjoy what it is we're doing here, consider liking the video, consider subscribing, and do leave a comment. I try and answer every single one of them. Let's melt more into being. Goodness me, what have I been feeling today? Today was one of those days where I didn't really give myself any chance to sit down. Just did one thing and did another and to another and to another. And I really enjoy it when that happens as well. I kind of feel like I get into like a state of flow with the things I'm doing. And yeah, it's interesting because we have this idea of like getting exhausted, right? And to be completely honest, as of late, over the last few weeks or so, I've been getting more and more tired just with the things I'm staying busy with. And I don't know if it's an emotional thing, a mental thing. um, Not sure if it's a spiritual thing either, all that much, but it definitely is an experience of feeling like you're losing out on some sort of energy, and then you're coming back to this like tired feeling, even though you didn't really necessarily do enough things to make you tired or to put you in that state of a tired mind. And like what I've noticed is that when I'm not pursuing something or not actively partaking or participating in something's getting done, that's usually when I become tired or when I become a little bit distant. Hey, there we go, Justin. It's so nice to have you here, my friend. Morning Melt fam. Live ya. Live you all. Love you all. Love you as well, Justin. Like I hope your son had an amazing birthday. Please do tell him a random dude on the internet says happy birthday as well. And I heard that your birthday is soon as well, Justin. You have any plans? Want to do something for your birthday? Did you do something for his birthday? I'm curious. What is my intention today? I have this very, very real sense of doing slash non-doing. There we go. Hey, Ryan. Ryan is here as well. Great. I made it. Love you all so much. Love you, brother bear. I love you too, Ryan. Thank you for joining me, my friend. I appreciate you. Nope, mine was in February. Oh, I don't know where I got that information then. Must be some sort of illusion that I convinced myself of. Thank you for the love, Infinite Tech. My friend. Infinite Tech is also a streamer friend. Well, I haven't seen you stream in a while, as the thing as well. Hey, Toasty. What's up, dude? I sent you a message. I did try to reply to your messages before I started streaming. I'm happy that I did. Oh, thank you for the love, my friend. Again. Oh, man, my nose is still wrecked. I'm still going to be a little bit snuffy. Here comes a sneeze. Achoo! Woo! Bless me. Hey, Merman is here as well. Woo! Oh, I'm happy that you're joining us, Merman. Thank you for sharing the space on it with us. Thank you for the love, Infinite Tech. Oh man, I appreciate you. Oh man, I'm getting hay fevered or something. Like it is moving into winter. And winter is very dry. And I refuse to believe that I got sick. I just hope that is a case of the hay fevers. Just some dust particles making me act up. Man, what is my intention for drinking water today? Because like the thing I was starting to talk about is this feeling of when you do certain things, I'm less tired. So like you basically push yourself into doing more, right? And that is maybe something that's supposed to be in the way that it is. But right here, in this moment, I'm not sure that's what I want to do. So I want to take sips of this water for non-doing. Yeah, I felt that. Man, I feel snuffy. Do excuse me, my friends. Heard you on the podcast, Infinitec, great insights. It's a wise man, dude. Like that was basically the last time I heard about Infinitec as well. It was like one podcast and then just You disappeared, dude. Yeah, I haven't streamed in a while. I don't know why the stars just haven't aligned. That's completely okay, my friend. When they align, they'll be aligned. I look forward to seeing you there. Mm-hmm. Can you talk shit about the Dutch? Nah, third play. Third play. Nah, my friend. I don't have a problem with the Dutch. They seem to be Waben people. My language is very similar to theirs as well, but not as similar as I would like it to be, because then I would just be able to, like, I don't know if it is that way. I think it is. If you want to move to the Netherlands, you should be able to like pass efficiency test with Dutch, which I would be able to do easier or with more accuracy, if you will, than most other people going in blind, that is. But yeah, not exactly the same language. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Thank you, Evil Troy. There we go. I wake up feeling great. Then my wife's energy brought me down. It's hard because the more I awaken, she feels closed off. It's an interesting feeling actually, Ryan. So, what do you feel is the reason behind that? Like, do you think it is like a feeling of separation between you two because you're doing this personal work, or you're going through this growth period? Because I remember, thank you for all of the love, Infinitech, dude. I appreciate it, man. Just being showered with love. I can't say enough thank yous. Like, it's very not concerning. That's not the word I want to be using, because like, I guess I hope I can share a little bit. Ryan and his wife recently got themselves a house, like one that they can actually own now. And his wife had a bunch of particular problems with Ryan being at the house as well when her parents come over or her family comes over or whatever. And it's been something that's been gnawing at Ryan as well. And now he's saying as well that he feels like the more he awakens, the more she closes herself off. And you've told me how much you love her as well, Ryan. So I don't think necessarily the problem is love from your side, or an unwillingness to include her in your growth or in your experience of awakening. But this is also definitely something that we have to become aware of. Like, we can't necessarily, or at all actually, force our significant others to grow in the same way that we grow, or to experience the same reality in the way that we experience it, to take the same steps that we take to have this experience as well. And it's definitely a difficult thing about, like, getting into a relationship and then staying in that relationship, because both of you arguably could grow at different paces, and it can very easily feel like you're growing apart from each other in that way as well. And I'm not equipped, unfortunately, Ryan, to give you any advice on that topic as well, because I'm so bad with understanding how relationships are supposed to work. I've not had enough experience or training, if you will. What's up, my man? How's the Lions doing? Lions are vibing, dude. Lions are vibing. Still just chilling in the safari lands, grasslands. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. I acknowledge your philosophical attitude. Thank you, Wood is Wood. I appreciate it, my friend. I believe that having a philosophical attitude towards life is one of the greatest ways to make things a little bit more interesting. Constantly, well, like, to some it can be exhausting, but to me, I see it as a challenge. A constant recognition that life is the ultimate question and answer at the same time. Life is the answer to the question. What's the question? Man, I don't know. What's up, Brew? Hey, Genos. I'm good, my friend. I'm doing good. I'm vibing. How are you doing, my friend? Communicate with her, Ryan. That's the only thing I can think of as well, Justin. It's just to be open, not only to communicate, but to understand where she's coming from as well. Because it feels like there definitely is some abrasiveness happening in it, in the circumstance. And I don't know enough about it to give clear judgments. Estian, good morning. I played that song on repeat like all night. I played that song on repeat. Oh, the one from Fun? I'm thinking. I'm happy you enjoyed it, my friend. How's the hands from trimming last night, friend? They're kind of wrecked. We're about. I ended up spending up until like I think it was 12:30 a.m. So from 5 a.m. until 12:30 a.m. I was just spending trim like an additional 3 hours after the stream stopped. I was just trimming. It was quite a mission, but I'm finally done. My room smells low-key amazing. Man, that plant I trimmed this morning has a real funk to it. It's kind of nice. I really like it. Live in the moment. Yeah, Matthias. That's all we can do, my friend. And thank you for being here with us. All we can do is just live in this moment. And this moment is infinite as well. There's this thought experiment of what the Big Bang actually is this consolidation. And this is just a thought experiment, right? It's this consolidation into one identity or one perspective or one I. Because if you really think about it, every single one of us are experiencing this I, right? This is my perception, this is my experience, this is I am seeing this. That type of consciousness is what permeates all of existence, including every single one of our fellow human beings. And what's interesting about thinking of that way, you can think of it as every single time that I becomes aware of its I-ness and almost like forces itself into a specific set parameters of what that I is going to be, it almost creates a whole universe around that I for it to perceive. And it's a really trippy idea of these infinite amounts of big bangs happening over infinite amount of dimensions every single time the creative source that is the creator, that is the heart, basically channels itself into a new expression of itself to experience itself again. Mind blowing. It's kind of trippy. I do when I try to help her understand in a calm way that she turns it into an argument. You're a good brother bear to share my life. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for giving me some leeway. I want to be respectful of you as well, Ryan. This is a difficult thing, my friend, because I've had, conversations with people that want to turn things into arguments, and it is difficult. It is difficult. I'm sorry, man. Hey, Aaron is here as well. Yo, good morning, y'all. Good morning to you as well, Aaron. Thank you for joining me, my friend. Oh, I'm so snuffy. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, my friends. Oh, no. Thank you for bearing with my snuffiness. Being in a serious and good relationship is fucking hard, man. Yeah. It is. It might be one of the most difficult things on this planet. Yeah, I made it. When it rains, it pours. I'm happy that you made it, my friend. Thank you for joining us here, for sharing some space with us. It's a pretty open day. Not too many clouds in the sky. It was not as cold waking up. It got kind of warmer during the day, but it's been kind of nice. Man, my head's itching. Thank you for the silver, my friend. Thank you for the love when it rains. There we go. Jessie is here as well. She says, be patient, Ryan. Lead by example and express yourself and feelings. A lot of discipline. Oh, man. It really is the only thing we can do. Like, as you said, leading by example and expressing yourself and extending yourself from a place of love as well. It's exactly what makes it as frustrating as it does when we don't kind of have that reciprocity, recipiation. Why can't I figure out how that word is broken out? You know what I'm talking about. Like it feels like you're not receiving back what you're putting in, and I think that's the most important lesson to learn is that you're not supposed to expect the same thing you're putting in. You're supposed to give it just for the sake of giving it, and yeah, that's literally the only thing we can even hope to do, Ryan. We are here for you, though, my friend. We're thinking about you. I'm sending you good vibes. I'm sending you all of the good vibes. Hey, Jeff is here as well. He says, "Hey, Estian. Hey, Melt fam. Love you all. We love you as well, Jeff. Thank you for like streaming this morning as well. So like I was streaming a little bit, trimming, and then Jeff popped into the stream. He said hi. It's like, oh wait, Jeff, and then he was like, I'm going to go and do a stream of my own, and then I tuned in to his stream, listening to the music he plays on my stream. A little bit of streamception. It was fun. Jovan is here as well. Hey, Jovan. Thank you for joining us, my friend. We should daily at least acknowledge ourselves to be a mystery. I agree completely, my friend. Because at the end of the day, we are very mysterious in our beings. Because we have this tendency to try and know ourselves when the self we're trying to know is the self we've been telling ourselves we are, instead of the self that we always were from the very start. And that's where the problem comes in, I think, at least. Relationship can be difficult. You have to look at them as if your partner is a mirror of yourself. What type of emotions and reactions do they pull out of you, and why do you react in such and such way? That is well put, Infinite Tech. Because it is in that way as well. Like every single person is a mirror to you, and you can actually utilize that way of thinking with everyone. Man, it's not what we want, right? We don't want to be upset with our loved ones. We don't want to be in a nasty way, and yet we kind of find ourselves there at the end of the day sometimes. We are just stardust on anabolics. That's what being alive means. Like that's one way of seeing it, my friend. I kind of see it as, the whole evolution doesn't drive intelligence. Intelligence drives evolution. So the very reason the molecules assemble in the way that they assemble to make the very atoms that make us, all of it has intelligence, all the way down, all the way up, and we're just a product of that intelligence, and we are that intelligence as well. There we go. Have the love in the comment section. Yo, hey, Jesse, I see you as well, my friend. The thing I believe is she's still thinking of me as the person I was 3 years ago with my drinking addiction. Thank you, family. You really helped me. Thank you for sharing with us, Ryan. Why does she think that, my friend? If you've changed that behavior and you're no longer pursuing or participating in that behavior, why does she still have that connection or like illusion in her mind? And like, what is she using to argue with you about? Like, is she coming from a place of hostility in the fact that you're not equipped to make decisions because of this problem you had 3 years ago? Or is she bringing it up again? Like, I would like some more information, but only share as much as you're willing to, my friend. I only got 4 hours of sleep and woke up to a $300 medical bill, but nothing can get me down today because I have a fucking interview. What the hell do you mean? You just. Dan? You woke up and you have a $300 medical bill. So now I'm curious, did you get a medical bill in the mail or as an email from your dentist from going to the dentist the other day? Or did you wake up after 4 hours of sleep in the hospital with a medical bill? I'm very concerned, but I'm happy that you're here, my friend. Yeah, we're gonna have a good day and good luck with your interview, Dan. So I'm imagining you, Dan, like either walking into the offices or opening your computer and doing the video call. And I see you with a big smile on your face. I see the people interviewing you with a big smile on their face. I see them nodding their heads, being very, very satisfied and happy with your performance and your conversation. I hope the people ask you good questions, man. I think that's this interview, right? The interview where they basically just, shoot the shit, if you will, ask some random questions. I appreciate everyone here, and I'm literally in tears right now because I don't feel alone anymore. When problems happen in my life, thank you all. Thank you, my friend. We are here for you, Ryan. We're not alone. We weren't alone ever, to be completely honest. But now you found out how not alone you actually have been this whole time. Thank you for stepping yourself into this light so that we know where to send our love, Ryan. I appreciate you, my friend. Good luck, Dad. Yes. Yeah, thank you, Toasty, for wishing Dad some luck as well. Like this is the thing now as well, right? So technically, theoretically, Dan kind of stepped into the spotlight, made us aware that he has an interview. Oh, excuse me, friends. Which means now where Dan, prior to letting us know about that little bit of information, Dan was another divine being sharing this space with us, right? And we are sharing this space in a loving way. But by coming forth, as Ryan did, as Dan did, with some information that we can internalize, I feel and understand, we all know, I hope we all know, what it feels like to have an interview, the stress associated with that, the excitement associated with that, and we've all had the experience of having some significant other turmoil. And because we now know about these problems in our friends, we can actually actively and consciously send them positive energies, like thinking about Dan, and as Stacey did, wishing him luck. Like we kind of think of this like wishing of luck as something that's just woohee woo wah, pseudoscience type of thing. But I believe if you wish someone luck, if you pray for them, if you have blessing thoughts towards them, that you're manifesting things, you're putting energy into the universe where there wasn't any. And energy cannot be destroyed or created, so something has to happen. Sending you all of the energies, Dan. Good luck, man. I believe in you. We have Lisa in the chat. Lisa says, hi, SD and hi, friends. Hope everyone is having a great day. I'm having a fabulous day. How about you, Lisa? I know that when my boyfriend was having issues, that too got too unbearable for me. I just got to the point where I stopped caring and made it perfectly clear I was ready to leave. We've been through a lot, but he's really worked on himself, as have I. That's the most important thing as well, Katie. Like, if we're not willing to work on ourselves, then there's no point. Nothing we can do if we're not willing to work on ourselves. And this is something that I've been more and more aware of as well, because we have this tendency to want to change other human beings and to get them to subscribe to our ways of thinking, certain things we do, the certain way we eat things, drink things. Like we really have this tendency to try and convince people with reason to believe in the things that we believe in. But it's almost impossible to change a person like that. Almost impossible. The most important thing to do at the end of the day is to be willing to change yourself and to be willing to listen to information in the pursuit of changing yourself for the best as well. We're constantly learning and readjusting our belief systems and the things that we value. So we have to constantly stay changing. I'm proud of you, Dan. Thank you, Siobhan. I love you. There you go. You're loved. Everyone in here, my friend. Know that. Know that you are loved. Aaron here too. Yes, we have Aaron here as well. Brah, you got the boogies. I feel like I got the boogies, dude. Man. I'm like literally isolated from all human beings on the planet right now. Living on this farm. Give my dad a goodbye kiss. And I'm wrecked. Insta wrecked. Man. Snuff more. Please. None of that. Lisa, Aaron, Katie, so many friends. We have a lot of friends in here. Matthias as well. We have Jesse. We have When It Rained It Pours. Damn, we have a lot of friends in today. Thank you for joining me, my friends. I always appreciate your presence is so much. Being in the space together is healing. Like it's no longer something I'm wondering about. I've been getting healed in this space. And I appreciate you, friends, for allowing me that space. Every relationship is a stepping stone and a learning experience to lead you to the right relationship. Mm. I agree in some ways, Lisa, but I feel in the way that you said that, it kind of gives, like, at least a part of my consciousness. Now, my egoic consciousness also listens to the things I read. And I felt like my egoic consciousness's response to that was like, oh, okay. That means you can just, get into as many relationships as you want to because you're just going to learn from them until you find the right one. And I don't believe that's the right approach either. So there has to be some balance. Got some bats in the cave. In my caves, yeah, I guess. uh, reciprocation. Yes, reciprocity. Man, that's a kind of nice word to say. Reciprocity. I don't know why I enjoy saying that word. It is a fun one. Mm-mm-mm. I want to make you some chicken soup. Toasty bruh, if you make me chicken soup, you better be tucking me into bed and feeding me and giving me foot massages as well too. I ain't just gonna go for just the chicken soup freaking meals. You want to treat me like a bedridden sick person? Best believe I'm gonna play the role. I'm joking, dude. I would love some chicken soup. I haven't had chicken soup in forever, actually. And I can't rightly. Okay, no, that's a lie. I wanted to say I can't rightly say I've ever eaten like authentic chicken soup. I think maybe 2 or 3 times, like at these church soup type of days. Like there's this, like there would be this Saturday where they invite all of the people in church to go and make different type of soups, and then we all have soup and bread. And usually there, you'll get some good, authentic chicken soup, and it's fantastic. Bet Naomi makes a killer chicken noodle soup. I'm sure she does. She likes to share. Like she does it properly as well. She like goes through all of the steps of actually using real chicken and stuff. It looks really good. Trying not to take things personal is important as well. Very important. That is something that I've had to learn as well. As that not taking things personally. Because it's very easy for us to get our egos involved and getting overly obsessed with what people say to us. Nothing we can do. Nothing we can do other than just let go of that, self-importance, if you will. Taking things personally. You're literally taking something external from you. Something that you don't even like and being like, oh yes, look, me angry about this thing. Because of the thing you said, because of way you feel. Da, 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 da. Disconnection from the other person. So well put, Mel. Thank you. I feel your energy today. I love you, my friend. I'm sending you even more energy right now. Every time I think about you, I'm sending you energy. Love is not math. No, fortunately, it's not. Fortunately, it's not. Even if I have thoughts about getting sober, is that a sign that I should get sober? Hmm. It's like the question. Okay, 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 okay. So, like, now there's layers to this, right? Because there's one, the layer of me talking about whatever it is I'm talking. Then there's layer two of you having the thoughts of getting sober. Then there's layer three of you having the thought about getting sober, thinking it means that you should get sober. And then it's like level four or step four of that whole process is you reaching out and asking it as a question. So I feel your consciousness is very uh, involved and very deliberate about the information it's giving you. So, if you had to ask me, I'd say yes. I think it does mean that, my friend. Mm. Gazelle Dry says, hey, my friend. I don't think I've ever seen your username. Thank you for joining us. I actually understood that. I'm happy that you understood it as well, my friend. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm a little bit snuffy, but I'm doing well otherwise. I will put my love into the relationship and not expect the same amount of love from her. I am the pure essence of love and happiness. Yes, there we go. Yes, you are, Ryan. Absolutely. I've been in the same relationship since I was 15. We have been married 20 years now. Every day's work. You don't stop putting in the work. Since you were 15. Man, that's wonderful. I love those birds. They have such a cool call. They look ridiculous when they do it though. They move their faces and necks. Mm. Hey Melt, I reported it without the username. Okay, good. Apparently, someone is impersonating Scarmelia and sending people messages. So if you're getting a message from a mean Scarmelia, no, it's a fraud. Hey, Edmund's here as well, my friend. Thank you for joining us. I love these streams. I'm so happy I made so many cool friendships. Thank you for allowing yourself to make these friendships, Katie. Like, thank you for you as well. Absolutely, relationships are hard work. We poison our perspectives with pop-up highlight reels of perfect relationships, Pinterest engagements, and Disney princess endings. Real life is hard work. You got this, Ryan. Yeah, you got this. And those are some wise words as well. Moves his face. You're very right as well, Toasty. It is hard work, and as you said as well, we're exposed to these, perfect realities, these perfect idealistic situations, and we try to compare our human lives, our complex, full, experiential human lives, to these stories. And a story is just that at the end of the day as well. You can't capture or encapsulate, I think is the word I wanted to use, all of lived experience, all of life into a single story. It's quite impossible. This is legit like my me time. Thank you. This is my like one of my me time things as well actually. Definitely a me time thing. You got some intelligent molecules. Yeah. Yes we do, my friend. There we go. Edmund, good luck Dan, you got this. Yes you do. That's my question too, Melt. Why can't she see the work I have done? I'm not afraid of how hard life can be. For the award I get, the love is worthy enough to me. I don't know either. I don't know either, Ryan. I think the biggest thing could just be like maybe she wants to see the things that she's seeing. Maybe she's looking past the growth that hasn't occurred. Maybe she needs to do a little bit of growing of her own. Who knows, my friend? Who knows? Katie's same. Melt streams calibrate my day. Oh, thank you, Jesse. You friends are warming my heart, and it's because of you friends that I'm very particular about the vibes. Like if the vibes had to be immaculate, then I'm gonna be like with a tweezer, making sure there ain't no bits of immaculate sprinkled in the immaculate. What? Bits of maculate sprinkled in the immaculate. And yeah, like I'm happy that your friends enjoy this space because I do as well, and I love you so much that it warms my heart that it is something that you actually appreciate, not just something that you do for the sake of like, oh okay, let's let's throw poor Meltmore a bone by watching the stream. Like if it is something you could actually take something from, that is the best thing I could ever hope for. Loving you all. Love you too, Aaron, so much, my friend. I've had a lot of doctor appointments for the various things in the past 3 months. The bill was several bills that built up, and they decided to email me a notification about today. American healthcare, gotta love it. Man, I've heard a lot of bad things about American healthcare, Dan. Now I've heard one more thing. At least $300 is better than I've seen, dude. I've seen like $97,000 bills from the hospital. Goodness, yeah, that's horrible as well. Shouldn't be that way. Humility, honesty, presence. Wherever that takes you is where you need to be. Yeah, I agree completely. I'm trying to think about the order of those words as well. Does presence come before humility and honesty? Do you have to be present to be honest? Do you have to be honest to be humble? I think so, in some ways at least. We need to have a party stream. We do. We do. The dancing streams to me is the most party that I can give. At least that's the I think that's the most party that I can give, at least in a single stream. I wouldn't know how to create more party. Maybe like I'll have to have like lights going and like colas of weed, swinging colas of weed, dancing to Cytrons, having the sun rise and set again over and over again to like have a global I wouldn't know how to do like any more party that I've already been doing. But we can have a party stream. We just have to join. Dance together. Global party. Ooh. Technically we could do that. Multiple people dancing in different areas all around the world at the exact same time. For the power of all. Just got a screenshot of your dad walking behind you, Mel. It's a good one. I will share in the Discord. It's not my dad, probably. Ryan, I think it might be Fasker, one of our peoples. Perhaps she's projecting her own turmoil onto you. Don't take anything personal. It seems that those we love the most are the ones that get the blunt of our stanky moods. It's true, and there's a reason for it as well, actually, Jovan. The reason we tend to hurt the people we love the most with our stanky moods, as you say, is because we feel comfortable with them. So when we feel hurt and we have that internal turmoil, we're a lot more likely to express and to show that turmoil to the people we love the most because we feel comfortable and safe with them, that they won't just turn around and leave when we're showing these stanky moods, if you will. And that's why we do it. It's kind of backwards, because I'm not really supposed to, hurt the ones we love, but yeah, that is why. We trust them. Feel safe with them. Love you, bro. I love you too. Lock. I haven't seen you in forever, my friend, but thank you for being here with us. I'm so far behind on comments. I'm trying to catch up. I'm walking. I'm always willing to grow, change, and become the self-expression of love. Thank you, Jovan, for saying that. Well, that really resonates with me right now. Yeah, with me as well. Thank you, Jovan. I appreciate it as well, my friend. So true. Jovan, sometimes our loved ones become punching bags. It's important to keep that in mind when we feel like a punching bag. Exactly. It is like it's like it's a constant like back and forth as well. Like sometimes it can be only one-sided, but there is, circumstances where the people that you've hurt with your stanky moods hurt you with their stanky moods, and it's like this back and forth sometimes. Was that his dad? I saw him too. It wasn't my dad, my friends. Nope, it was not. Mediocre. I understand completely there. My boyfriend gets upset when I don't react the way he wants me to. I tend to just be quiet instead of lashing out. He takes this as me not caring about. But that's how I deal with stress. I'm the same way in that, actually, Katie. I don't lash out. Like, I become ultra calm when I become angry. Which is, like, technically not angry, but I just become very calm and I become monotone. So if you're going to have a fight with me, I'm not going to raise my voice. I'm going to speak in a single tone. And we're probably going to escalate the fight because of that as well. Like, I also don't like the feeding into it, if you will. What's the reacting or lashing out? Never is beneficial. But I don't get into fights anymore as much, actually, which makes me happy. I believe it was Mel's dad. Our goldfish. I got a great picture of him walking by. I appreciate you nonetheless doing that, Ryan. Just had the funniest image of Toasty feeding and massaging Christian. Feeling his forehead for fever, etc. Oh man, Toasty just taking care of me, dude. Me being like a dying old man basically in bed. Toasty nursing me back to health, saving my life. Lamar Jesse. I did too. You're not the only one. I thought Esteban cut his hair last night. I almost lost my shit. Yeah, I had it tied back. Like, and I think it was the first time I've ever had my hair tied back on stream, at least for the whole stream. I was a little bit confused to a bunch of people. Why can't? Oh, I haven't read. Goldfish, thank you. That's exactly how I'm feeling right now. Literally, you brought me to tears because I related that so much. You're not alone, my friend. Again, you're not alone. I take literally everything personally. Diamond fingers. Why? Nothing is personal. Not in the way that we think about things being personal. Your awareness is infinite. Literally. Like, if you kind of like take steps back, think about the awareness of what you are experiencing right now. Even though, like, when I have the awareness of me being thirsty, and I have the awareness of me wanting to take a sip of water, and I feel that sip of water in my mouth, and it passes through my body, and eventually it will pass again. Like, that is this awareness of the water, and it follows this process of the water, and this water has like a cyclical flow to it, where our consciousness and the awareness within which things arise is infinite. And we don't need to do anything in that infinite field of conscious awareness for things to happen, because that in itself is the experience. Everything else arises within that infinite awareness of consciousness. So you are that infinite awareness of consciousness, and everything arises in that infinite awareness of consciousness. So technically, you can't take anything personally because you're doing it to yourself, my friend. Think about it that way. Oh, why can't we just have a nice time with a person, and then that person is not by my side? She can have a nice time with another man. I mean, the most problems in relationships results in through the fact that we think the person belongs to us. I feel that as well, Zone anxious, but I don't necessarily feel like I can fully agree with what you said, because I think maybe it's a part of my traditional upbringing. But if I chose for myself a partner, I want to have that partner, to love and to hold. Someone to be my partner, not someone to be, my partner, and then, as you said, another man's partner as well, and then another man's partner the other day, and then another man's partner. It's supposed to be a mutual relationship for mutual growth as well. I believe there can be so much growth in a relationship. And if you find the right woman for you as a man, and vice versa with a woman as well, it can open you to so many aspects of yourself which you never even knew you had. And I think it makes it difficult when you're sharing that experience. Great perspective, Zone. That's so well put. Thank you. That actually made sense. I'm happy that you appreciate it, my friend. Giving you all of them wisdoms, dude, them magic wisdoms. And this is something me and Toasty had a chat about yesterday, about there being no original thoughts. Like, there's only this like continuation of thoughts and of of thinkings and of ideas, and our human brains basically get to tune into these ideas and to hold them temporarily until these ideas, go on to be held by some other mind. And the way I think about it is that all ideas kind of arise in the infinite field of consciousness and was had, and then we kind of get to tune into some of these ideas, and that's all we are doing technically, sharing in the infinite source. Wow, that bird song was sick, like Eggbangers. It is a vibe of a bird. Uh-oh, notice Carmelia. I think I hear a kookaburra. I don't think it's a kookaburra because we don't have kookaburras here in South Africa. So I don't think it's one of those. Dun dun dun. I once got scammed out of a girlfriend, a house, and a job. How do you get scammed out of a girlfriend, a house, and a job? Like, what? How? Did, did, did he steal your name and your identity? Like, oh look, come look here behind this corner. You walk behind the corner. He takes your face, dude. Puts it on himself. Ha ha ha. Got your girlfriend, your house, and your job. Da, 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 da. It's like, no, dude, give me my face back. I'm sorry if that's dark, but I don't understand how you got scammed out of all of that stuff, my friend. Damn. Do I regret giving the hacker my Sims password? I guess that's also a way to understand how you get your stuff scammed from you. I like my imagining more. And now there's water up my nose. I'm sorry, my friend. Sorry, not sorry. I doubt I will stream until this is resolved. You should stream while this isn't resolved, my friend. So when people have received these messages, you can actually clear it up with them while they come in, to the live stream. I think this is the best time to stream. Where the weed at? Man, friend, you haven't seen me in forever. Goodness, man. It's been forever since we've been smoking weed on the streams. Love me some immaculate sprinkles. Yeah, we need them immaculate sprinkles. Could you show us the sun? The view looks beautiful. I would show you the sun, but my streaming my streaming tripod, that's the word I was looking for, is like kind of been put into a certain position by bricks and like sticks to have it like level in the way that it is. So if I lift it up, it's gonna be pretty wrecked. Oh, that's disgusting. I'm not sure what you mean, Katie. You have to give me more context than just that. What should I melt more? You should melt more, friend. Anything that's not you. Melt more has been a name of like almost. What's the word I'm looking for? It's been something that I've been learning more and more about and feeling more and more about the more I use it and the more I kind of embody what that name means to me. To me, the name Meltmore, like you can go through this whole list of things I want to do more of. I want to, like, first and foremost, I want to love more. Not only myself, but the family members I share space with, you friends, the world in general. I want to give more. I want to understand more. I want to forgive more. I want to live more. I want to see more. I want to experience more. I want to feel more. And I want to melt more of these things into my life through my process of understanding what I value and what I think is important for us to experience. Even the bad things. Even the bad things. But I believe I melt away what's bad and melt apart what's good. Hopefully I can constantly doing that. I still owe money from having an anxiety attack and going to the ER like 10 years ago. Oh, that's disgusting. You're talking about the American medical system, I'm guessing. If you knew what care cost me $300, you might feel differently. I can't complain though. I do have an easy go of things in that regard. At least, Dan. At least, my friend. Can be happy about that. I like multiple. I mean, like multiple people stream. You don't have to do anything, lol. That's a trippy streamy. Yeah, I was thinking so as well. I was like going with the absurdity of it. Would have been pretty trippy. I would have to figure out how to control the rotation of the planet. We'll figure it out. Aaron, I very much resonate with those words. Did I miss something Aaron said? Man, I'm scrolling up far. Did you delete your comment, Aaron? Maybe. Maybe. I can't find it. Can't seem to see it. My life motto is inspire humility. I like that. Inspiring humility. I think if I had to like pick a motto, even though I don't really want to, it's to be kind to people for no reason, which is inspiring humility as well in some ways. How are you? I'm doing well. Altruistic, my friend. How about you? Oh no, you see, that's actually the rock I was talking about, keeping my camera set up. It didn't tilt it like off of angle or off of level, so I'm gonna maybe probably just leave it. Mm-mm-mm. Melt is 22. Yes, at least this body is. Do you feel that humility keeps the mind clear? Oh, you mean the humility comment of Aaron. I'm curious, my friend. I'm curious. I think it allows you less attachment to some things if you understand what it means to be really humble, or if you can practice the energy of being actually really humble, then it definitely does, in some ways, keep your mind calm and clear. Yeah, that's how I talk. I will leave the room if it gets ridiculous, but it usually makes him more mad. Exactly. That happens to me as well. That's why I don't tend to get into confrontations anymore. It doesn't help. Um, but you have to look after your own feelings and self first. Yeah. Yeah. You have to love yourself first. And then the rest should flow from there. Truly loving yourself and understanding what it means to actually love the self. To love the true core and essence of what it means to love I. And then realizing that the person that you're angry at also has that I that you love within inside of them. Man, I think I understand a little bit more now. Huh? Does that make sense? I think that maybe that's the best explanation as to why self love is so important. Because the love of the self is loving the self that is ever present in every single being. And that love of self is something that's universal. So by loving the self, the one self, within inside of yourself, you're also in turn loving the one self within inside of others. Mm. I love you, friends. I hope you know that. And I'll keep saying it until I die. Now that I think of it, yes, I feel practicing humility keeps us connected in its purest form, and that connection brings me peace. There we go. I feel that as well. I do feel that most married people, I know where the biggest problem is expectations. I don't get it. All a marriage is really is two people who love each other, and then they decide to experience life's journey together. But the people forget they bring expectations to the relationship. I'm guessing you're gonna say, yeah, that's what they do, my friend. People want certain things from a relationship because, like, one, we have this very fairy tale type of understanding about romantic relationships, and it definitely is something that the media or the movies we watch is kind of contributing to. But yeah, at the end of the day, I think what's important is to recognize that the other person is just that, another person, and you're not, getting into a relationship because they have to satisfy some sort of need in your life. You're getting into that relationship to co-create in life, to live with one another, building something together, not building your own individual houses and then being in competition. Over that, man, I have the hiccups. Mm. You were right, Katie. Kookaburras are Australian. Oh, the Sims joke is going so. Yeah, it was going well for a second. You're right. I'm happy that you appreciated it. It was like like a little bit dark, but I'm happy that you liked it as well. Most look to a partner as an extension. Um, of they will help me. Of they will help me with my happiness, like my happiness is outside of them. So they look to the other to bring them that joy, but it's within them expectation of joy. Yeah, you're right, my friend. Again, that loving of the self, the true self, is you basically giving yourself that happiness, that joy that you're looking for. But when you're allowing yourself to give it to yourself first and foremost, you actually have excess and you have the ability to understand what you're giving someone when you're loving them. And that's what's most important. As you said, people do expect others to bring something into their lives that is going to, exponentially improve it. But at the end of the day, everything you need to do or everything you need in general is already right here. What are you doing for India? Um, I sent them a kaval. It's another Indian streamer. By the way, I'm happily married 25 years, and it's because we have no expectations of each other. Mm. I mean, we have the basic honesty, trust, care, but no, why don't you take out the garbage or laundry? You're not tending to me, none of that. We both understand. That is good. And I'm happy that you actually mentioned that honesty, trust, and care are like the basic things that you do believe in, because I think those are the most important aspects of it. Thank you for the all seeing outvote, Yash. I appreciate you, my friend. I feel that happiness comes from recognizing our true nature, not from other people, though it can grow with other people like it is right now. Exactly. Here, in these moments, it is growing. And yeah, I'm looking forward to how much growth we're going to experience. Because I feel I'm still an infant. I'm still an infant in the amount of things I know and the amount of things I'm supposed to know as well. So, oh, I need to grow. I need to be baby spoon fed. Thank you. Thank you, Toasty, for the chicken soup, dude. Love you all so much. I have to get going. Wish me luck. I'm melting away right now. Good luck, Ryan. I hope that you have a wonderful one, my friend. Hope your day is met with love. I'm sure it will be, my friend. Don't worry. I'm sure it will be. Hey, Yash. There we go. Meltmore's speech is the best speech Meltmore makes. It makes me melt more and more every time I melt into Meltmore's words. Goodness, the poems. Thank you. I it's Saltadomo. Man, I'm having a hard time reading your name. Iomo Saltadomo? That's an interesting name. Meltmore's speech is the best Meltmore makes. It makes me melt more and more every time I melt into Meltmore's words. Please do, my friend. We're like melting down and like getting to a point. So like I don't know if you know this, friends, but like in the smelting of gold, they basically heat it up to the point where all of the other stuff becomes in a liquid state, and then because gold is as heavy as it is, it what's the word, it gathers. Like that's the one easy word that I know. It gathers at the bottom of that like cone, and then you can break that cone apart and you get like this chunk of gold. Since my dad works in the golding industry, I've actually seen stuff like that, and that's what we're doing, I believe, because we're melting in our minds our own ideas, our own perceptions, our own understandings, our own feelings of things. And then we're kind of, gathering to a single point our understanding and our knowing of what is true, at least to our own selves, right? Our own souls feel intuitively about something. And that's the gold nuggets that we take away from these streams. I feel that's what I've been trying to do as well, to melt more all of the ore into what's most valuable, all of the fluff for the little bit of gold. I guess when you unconditionally love somebody, you would be happy for the person you love when she had a nice time with or without you, because that is not about you or your ego. I wouldn't want my partner to not have a nice time with a person she likes. I understand. I understand what you mean, my friend. I do understand what you mean. Zone anxious, and it's like I like the problem is I really understand what you mean as well, and that's the thing that bothers me about it, is because I understand your expression of this loving of the other person, and I understand what you mean with this egoic need to keep that person, right, for them to be yours, and which is like opposite of the point. No one can't own someone at the end of the day. It makes me think if my want to have a partner that is my partner is an egoic feeling or thinking or understanding, because I don't want it to be egoic. I I'm not sure. For me it's more a purity of expression, because like sure she can like find another guy that she likes, but I believe that sexual energy and just energy in general is something that you use with intention, and like legitimately, realistically, for at least a man, like let me backtrack a little bit and talk about myself. If I was to practice the the relationship of not worrying about staying true to one another, if I go out and I meet someone, like let's say I have a wife and kids at home, right? Someone that I, one, promise my life to, my wife, and promise my kids that I will be true to them as well, with honoring their mother. If I went out and I meet this, beautiful young woman, and I'm sexually attracted to her, and I go and I extinguish this sexual attraction with her, and I get back home 10 minutes later to my wife, and she is in a certain way, let's say she's also sexually attracted to me in that moment, it would be harder for me because I would be in a depleted way, right? You understand the point I'm trying to make, which means that I wouldn't be able to give myself as completely to the person that I love as I would have if I just stayed true to her from the very start of things. And maybe that's the way I'm feeling. That's the reason I'm feeling the way I do about it. That I do. It's because of that almost reservation of energy for someone else out of a place of love. Not out of a place of ego or a place of obsession, but almost keeping your energy so that you can give it to someone else. So, yeah, that's what I feel about it, my friend. Loving this oneself. I'm happy that you appreciate it, Aaron. It definitely, it feels right. It does feel right. I agree to an extent. The significant other should be able to independently enjoy themselves. Like there's no place for jealousy. But I think there are definite boundaries. I feel so as well, Siobhan. It's not. I can't agree exactly with what Zone Anxious is saying. As long as it's all honest and there's a complete understanding. Even the ceremony in itself is setting you up to have expectations so that when it fails, because they don't get it. Yeah, like I definitely think there is a problem with marriage in general and how people get married for the wrong reasons. I'm back. Hey, welcome back, Katie. Thank you for joining us again. When did you pick up this dressing style? Um, in 2018, when I started going to Psytrance festivals. I still have those clothes. The long sleeve, black pants, sometimes a tie type of dude every day. Yeah, it was still a vibe. I looked good, but it's not the most comfortable of clothes, one. And I don't really have a problem. I don't have an and actually. It's just not comfortable. That's why I'm not wearing it anymore. Wandered off for a second. Oh, I see how it is, Katie. I see. Don't have your undivided attention, huh? I see how it is. uh, Lady Disco Pants. Hey, Lady Disco Pants. I'm happy that you're back, my friend. A marriage can be a roller coaster ride for you. A roller coaster ride, comma. You have to be ready for the ups and downs, comma. But understanding love, understanding love retains it until the end. 25 years in, and he still makes me tummy tingle just to see him, hug him, and breathe him in. Oh man, Venus for Vendetta. That warms my heart. That's exactly what I want as well. And like, okay, so now I want to ask you this question, Venus for Vendetta. Excuse me while I sniff up. Like, in the where I was talking about, what I feel about this expression of sexual energy towards one another. Do you think your relationship would have lasted these 25 years if both of you, your husband and yourself, was allowed to enjoy yourselves with the people that you liked, whatever you wanted to? Because I honestly feel like it wouldn't be something that I would be able to do. Marriages are a partnership and a commitment to each other's well-being, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. I'm guessing when your attention is on other people, in this regard, you can't give your all to that commitment. Exactly. That's what I feel as well, Toasty. And I'm happy that Venus for Vendetta, Venus for Vendetta, man. V's speech, it's such a banger. Like, it popped into my head for a second. Very true, Toasty. So the fact that you agree with what Toasty said means that I'm guessing you're agreeing with what I said about the other one as well. Spiritually square. Yeah, I saw the double spiritually. Yeah, like, you have to. Like, I just kind of edited in emotional into there. I feel it though. I do feel it, Toasty. Sexual experiences, I think, are spiritual bonds and soul bonds. Mm. So this is definitely something I feel as well, because it is such an intimate thing, right? You're getting very close to another person, literally, in some ways, merging with that person, becoming one with that person. And like, if you want to think about our auric fields, and like, if we have these energy fields around us and with inside of us, and we participate in like a little dance where we share those energy fields with one another, I think it is something that like stays. It does stay in a lot of ways. So I don't think it's appropriate or even responsible to not respect your own sexuality. Like, I think there definitely is a very real balance of understanding your own sexuality and being proud of your own sexuality. And yeah, I want to say this as well, even though it's technically just the opposite of it. Not having any shame, like being proud, not having any shame. Sure, like they are both like same sides of the coin, but not having guilt or shame towards your own sexual preferences, the stuff you like, stuff you don't like, is something that we don't really get taught, and something we definitely have a lot of trouble with as well. People judge themselves very harshly about the things that they like or the things that they pursue in this life. And I think it is important to to allow yourself your own sexual expression. But it's something whole different going from, one relationship to another, to another, to another, to another, constantly exposing yourself, opening yourself to these things without any conscious attention or awareness about it. Where do you think you will go after you die? I don't think I go anywhere, my friend. I think we constantly are. Again, this awareness that we're embodying is and always has been. There is no ending to it. So when this physical body perishes, that awareness continues, is what I believe. Let me just say that again. I hope I come back as a swifty flying dinosaur. You want to be a pterodactyl? Man. Pterodactyl. Pterodactyl. It starts with P. What? Freaking dinosaurs, dude. Flying dinosaurs. You want to be a flying dinosaur, Jovan? Why is that? Interestingly enough, why the flying ones? If I could be a dinosaur, I think I'd be that dinosaur that, I think, of the Stegosaurus, with the blades on his back, and he has like a tail with these spikes on it. For some reason, that was the dinosaur that I always found the most badass. So I would be the Stegosaurus. No, you wouldn't. No, you would get jealous. You would worry about what they feel about the other when they sexually experience you. You share your soul. Yeah, exactly, my friend. That's what I feel as well. Like, not only that, like, it's one thing to be okay with your significant other not being only with you, right? Like, sure, you can be okay with that. But now, on top of that experience, when you're waiting for your significant other to come back home or something, right? And they're like texting you, "Oh, I'm busy." Now, instead of it being like, "Oh, my significant other is busy," like, no big deal about that, I'm just going to be waiting. Now, because you've allowed these things in your life, you've accepted these sort of behaviors, Now your mind is reeling with these possibilities of what she could be doing, who she could be with, da 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 da. I just think it's a surefire way to fuck things up. Hey, apprehensive box! I'm happy that you're here with us, my friend. Thank you for joining us. I had a friend in an open relationship, it failed. I had a friend in a 3-person relationship, it failed. I don't think it's meant to work at the end of the day. Like, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. A survey says, what does the survey say, Mr. Froshine? I'm really curious. Like, we're not making clear distinctions or saying things are this way or that way. We're just discussing an idea. Seeing how we feel about it, seeing what it is our souls understand and believe is the truth about these situations. That's exactly what it is, a dance of souls. I feel that, but science wants to deny that when it's true. You see, Venus, like, that's something I've been very not reluctant, not apprehensive. Is it apprehensive? Not vigilant towards. Just something I've been stopping myself from doing, from saying that one thing is true and one thing isn't true. Because, like, as you said, science believes that technically we're just animals, right? And whether or not an animal procreates or not with another animal is kind of like, and not important in the minds of a scientist. But there definitely is a big gap in understanding between mind and consciousness and what we understand scientifically. So, just with that in its own, it's very difficult for us to understand the mind and consciousness. And there's this, like, way of thinking where if you think of consciousness, it kind of, like, stops you from thinking about consciousness, because you can only think about consciousness to the point where you are consciousness. There's no point past that. Think about that for a second. Like, if you're going to be philosophizing or, like, going through a mental experiment of trying to understand what consciousness is, every single time you kind of come to a conclusion, that conclusion is still kind of captured within consciousness. So there is still more consciousness for that idea to be within inside of. So it's this paradoxical thing of, if you discover what consciousness is, at least in your subjective point of view, there is going to be a conscious field of energy that encapsulates this understanding you have of consciousness. And then it's going to be like, it just keeps going. Layers, Consciousness is like onions. Onions have layers. Flip that hair, homie. I don't think I've ever actually flipped my hair unironically. Like, it doesn't really work. I do tuck it behind my ears though. That also doesn't work all the time though. What a day it's been. We've basically been talking about relationships this whole stream. I enjoyed it though. Consciousness is like Shrek. I knew there was gonna be one person that's gonna get that reference, and you got it, Jovan. I'm so happy, my friend. That's perfect. Yeah. Consciousness is like Shrek. That's why Shrek is such a good movie. It's because consciousness is like Shrek. Asatastic. Hey, my friend. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate your presence. There we go. Aaron gets it as well now. Oh, man. You see, like that. That as well. Great stream. I've just been soaking it all in. Thank you, Edmund, as always, my friend. We are, like, getting into the calm down. We've crossed the finish line of the stream. We've done our hour and 20 minutes. Now it's just the calm down phase. Chilling out. What did I want to say? Oh yeah. The whole consciousness of Shrek thing. So, this is literally a single one-liner from a movie that came out in what, 2004 or something, and has become a meme. And the whole onion thing has become a meme. And me being in the way that I am makes a meme connectation with something like consciousness. And Jovan can understand that context of the joke that I made. Like, that is weird, yo. That is a weird amount of correlation in the way that we understand things in this world. And it trips me out as to how many more of these sometimes logical fallacies we have with the way we look at our world. Because, like, to one person, they just imagine an onion, basic onion. When I say consciousness is like an onion, it has layers, so you're like, sure, onions have layers, consciousness, I can see that. And then to another person who understands the reference, they see the Shrek meme, and it's man, it's literally these creations we basically spawn in our own brains, depending on the creations we've experienced before, free to be what it truly is. Yeah, that awareness that permeates all things, my friends, ever present everywhere we look, even the very air that touches our skin, the very feet we stand on, or the butt cheeks we sit on, or backs we lay on. It just is. And it is in this infinite field of consciousness as well that we are. Like, I think that's the whole, like, crux of the problem. Like, I've been trying to understand our divinity in this whole, like, system, in this whole experience. And I think the way I've allowed myself the most understanding, at least of this experience, is in that consciousness, right? Consciousness is. And consciousness is like the substrate for things to grow upon, or for things to grow within. And without that conscious understanding and awareness of what is and what always was, and that we are that which is and always was, and that we're just experiencing parts of ourselves in a temporary possible moment, makes me wonder why many people are on the same vibration, don't know it, just vibing. Makes me wonder how many people are on the same vibration. I hope more and more. I hope we can, help facilitate as well the acceptance of these vibrations, that we understand as well. My friends, the stream has come to an end. Thank you. Thank you so, so much for being here with me for as long as you were. I always appreciate your presence so, so much. I hope to see you again tomorrow, my friends.